What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another Madden 23 online CFM game. We are now in week 18 of the 2025 season here in the Premier Madden League. Our New York Giants have suddenly found success at the right time of the calendar. A 5-game winning streak, including last week's win with big performances by Kenny Nwanu and Sean Murphy-Bunting over the Los Angeles Chargers, has officially propelled the New York Giants into playoff football. We will be playing ball in January. We have clinched our spot with a week to spare, which I was not sure we were going to be saying about our New York Giants after starting the year 5-6, but we made a number of key changes, and that is going to lead to this week 18 game against the 8-8 Kansas City Chiefs being pretty inconsequential. The only thing that's on the line for us is what seed we are going to be. If we win this game, we are the 5 seed in the NFC. We travel to Atlanta for wildcard weekend. But if we lose this game, there is a chance we drop to the 6 or the 7, but that is not really my concern. My concern is keeping our guys healthy for the games that matter, playoff football. So as we get going, we are underway here in Kansas City for the regular season finale. Most of our starters will not be playing in this game as Kenny Nwanu fielding the opening kickoff to the 20-yard line. And here we go. We're going to be subbing out most of our starters. The only starters that will probably be playing in this game will be our starting quarterback, Harrison Bailey, Deshaun Stribling, starting receiver, maybe one or two other guys, and that's really about it. You guys saw the injury list that we had entering this game. We had a couple of practice injuries. I believe Sean Murphy-Bunting and Derwin James got hurt in practice. Kayvon Thibodeau, he's been out for the past couple of weeks, but it doesn't really matter because I wasn't going to play them in this game anyways. We just got to make sure they're going to be back for playoff football, and all those guys will be back, except for Dexter Lawrence. He is going to be out for wildcard weekend, which is unfortunate, but that's why we have to take precaution to make sure no one else joins Sexy Dexy on that IR list. And noticeably, Saquon Barkley is not on that injury list. He is back for today's game, but Saquon will not be seeing a snap. We're going to put him on bubble wrap and make sure he is prepared for the playoffs. Kenny Nwanu, he's been doing fine in that spot. As Marquez Valdes-Scantling, he had the first down against his former team and then fumbled afterwards. So that's going to be a turnover, and Kansas City taking over at the 16-yard line, but they'll be punting it right back to us. We made a number of changes after our big Week 12 loss to the Washington Commanders. That was a season-defining moment, 5-6, a true fork-in-the-road moment, and the most controversial move, the most high-profile move that we made was at the quarterback position, right? We benched Daniel Jones, we put Harrison Bailey in as Kenny Nwanu racing in for the touchdown. I'm not going to say Harrison Bailey has really done much to change the culture of this team by any means, right? He's just been kind of doing his thing out here, but I feel like I needed to make that change personally just to get a different face at the quarterback position, as Trevor Lawrence is feeling faceless after being blasted by Micah McFadden, the king of Week 18 football. Micah McFadden, it's just what he does out here. He loves playing these backup bulls. But yeah, I just feel like I needed a change at the quarterback position. Harrison Bailey, the biggest difference as far as actual stats, besides the lack of speed, he has +6 throw power, and I feel like in a pass-first offense that we're playing this year, as Daniel Bellinger scores the touchdown, having Harrison Bailey would just fit better in those spots, and it really has felt better. It's just his lack of mobility has really limited us, but that's why we're running not just Harrison Bailey, but we're also running Ty Thompson to give us some of those mobile looks, to help us with some read options and different kind of plays, just extend the pocket sometimes. You see Ty Thompson in the game right now after the big stribling catch, but it's just a handoff to Kenny Nwanu, who is simply Houdini. How did he get out of that scrum? No one will know. It's a touchdown for Kenny Nwanu, who is living in the end zone these past couple of weeks. It has gotten so crazy, the run that Kenny Nwanu is on, that with a big enough game today, he could actually finish with more rushing yards on the season than Saquon Barkley, which is insane because Saquon started most of the year as Mecole Hardman makes that catch. So yeah, that's the first change we made, right? And I know some of you guys in the comment section are like, hey, Cook, it's not Daniel Jones, it's you. I know, man. I know it's me. I'm not playing great football by any means. Part of why I do stuff like this is for storylines. Like, obviously, this throw was late, it was a pick. I could have thrown that pick with any quarterback in the game. But, I like doing it for fun. I like doing it for the storylines and stuff like that for the series. Just having fun with it. Like in those kind of senses. Like, obviously, I'm controlling these players. But doing this video, doing the commentary, I'm just giving you guys the perspective of the team and stuff like that. So it's not too much of I, it's a lot of we. Right, when I talk, there's never really much of I in anything, and it's just the way we do the commentaries on these videos. So, you know, I get that some people probably want to see Daniel Jones finish the series or whatever it was, or maybe people just didn't like the fact that I wasn't taking accountability the way it seemed. But trust me, man, I take these losses. They're on me. Whatever happens is on me. It's Madden. I just don't take it seriously. That's the one thing. I just load up, have fun, is what it is. I only load up to play these CFM games. So, you know, we just load up. And sometimes that leads to more mistakes because I don't really have much reps on this game. I literally just load up and play CFM, and that's really it. But, yeah, it's just about having fun out here. So, you know, we're having fun for sure in these last couple of weeks. Having fun winning. That's the most important thing. So that was one big change that we made, the Harrison Bailey change to help our offensive attack passing the ball. But that time, I did not realize Mike Will was there. I thought I was taking a shot to dribbling, and I thought I was throwing to a 96 speed receiver. I was throwing to Mike Will instead. Still, you know, would have been nice to give Mike Will a chance on that ball, but the defensive back outran Mike Will to that football so bad. It was a clear interception for Trent McDuffie. So that was the first change we made. The second change we made was changing our ball carrying from normal to conservative at the start of every game. And that's because I'm pretty sure we lost double-digit, I think it was 12 fumbles we had lost in our first 11 games of the year, and that included fumbling like 4 times in one game to the Commanders, or 4 lost fumbles, I should say. I think we fumbled more than that. I'm talking about lost fumbles, by the way. We've lost double-digit fumbles on the year, but since we went on conservative for that Week 13 game against the Las Vegas Raiders, the same game we changed our starting quarterback as Mike Will gets a touchdown here. Mike Will making it happen, by the way. But yeah, ever since that, we haven't lost a fumble until Marquez Valdes-Scantling fumbled, and that's because I forgot to put on conservative at the start of this game. Now, I don't like playing on conservative, but I don't know if it's the sim mode or what, but our Giants have been absolutely bitten by the fumble bug. We have fumbleitis all around the team, and most of our fumbles, pretty much all of them, come after big plays, after we make a big catch, like that MVS 3rd down and 17, throw up the seam. What am I going to do, not throw that ball because I'm scared of fumbling? Hell no. So what we are going to do instead is make that throw and just go on conservative. We're not going to be able to stiff arm or anything like that. It sucks. You know, having Saquon's ability of evasive and bulldozer pretty much makes it useless, but I'm not trying to do what happened to poor Miko Hardman. I'm not trying to fumble the ball. So it's just the way we got to play. Conservative really is in the name. You got to play a bit more conservative, but, you know, not turning it over is more fun for me than making jukes and spins and stuff like that. So, you know, we're going to have to stick with this conservative thing. And even into next season, I don't see us going back to, because I accidentally left normal ball carrying on at the start of one game. Forgive me, I fumbled for MVS. Hell no, I'm not going to go back to that normal carrying. Is this Hardman downfield? He's going to make the catch over Cam Taylor-Britt. We actually are playing some of our starters in the secondary, but that's because we don't really have enough bodies in our secondaries. We are thankfully going to recover this lateral attempt here. Since we are down Sean Murphy-Bunting and Derwin James, both getting practice injuries, we actually have to play some guys like Cam Taylor-Britt and Adoree Jackson because we just don't have enough bodies in our secondary to be playing. And you guys may have noticed, but Derwin James has been subbing into random dime sets. Don't ask me why. He is injured. I cannot sub him into any other formations because he is hurt. It might be because we literally don't have enough defensive backs, but when I come out in dime, Derwin James is in the box. I have no idea why. He got half a sack in the game, and I got half a heart attack. I was like, what the hell is Derwin James doing in the game? I don't want him getting hurt. And then I started calling dime on purpose just to see how far I could push the limits. Is Deshaun Stripling not quite able to get into the end zone? The third and final change, big change that we made before that Week 13 game against the Raiders is we changed our defensive playbook. Now, I was running the Tampa Bay playbook for the first, 3.5 seasons of this CFM, and I never truly felt comfortable with it. It was just, we were playing good defense while we were using it, so I was like, I might as well just keep it around, why not, right? And at some point this year, like, offensively, we were having a lot of turnovers, and maybe that just put our defense to be more vulnerable, but I also felt like we just didn't have enough diversity in that Tampa Bay playbook. to change up our scheme and stuff like that. Just give our opponent different looks, whatever it may be. So I changed to the Baltimore playbook, and Baltimore's playbook has more formations in it, more stuff that I like, and I think it's been helping us defensively. We're not exactly playing the defense we played last year, that like crazy good defense, but like I said, we're also playing a different offensive approach, playing more pass first, not as much ball control. That puts our defense on the field more, leaves them subject to more big plays, whether it's on us or on Madden, whatever it may be, it happens. But yeah, that's the couple of changes that we made, and it's resulted in now a 6-game winning streak as we get ready for what is officially going to be wildcard weekend against the Atlanta Falcons. Our Giants clinching the 5 seed with a win on the road against Trevor Lawrence and the Kansas City Chiefs. And yes, Trevor Lawrence is on the Chiefs. For some reason, the Chiefs user traded away Patrick Mahomes for Trevor Lawrence and Keaton Mitchell, the starting running back on this team. Don't ask me why, but you know, they did all right. They finished 8-9, I guess. They didn't do too bad, but you know, we got our win right here. We are able to do it with the backups. For some reason, we have a lot of success playing with backups against people's starters. I don't know why. If it's just us locking in more to make sure we play with these guys. You guys see the stats. Derwin James getting that half a sack. Like I said, I don't know why he subbed into the game, but he did. So before we get into playoff ball, you guys know what we got to do. We got to check our end of season stats. Find out, did Kenny Nwanu finish with more rushing yards than Saquon Barkley? And everything else that comes with it. And also this trench boost thing that I completely forgot about. We ended up with under 100 rushing yards because Harrison Bailey went way over 300 yards on the year. So you guys end up seeing the passing stats here. I definitely should have rushed more in that game to get more XP for our O-line. But yeah, Harrison Bailey 16-9, Daniel Jones 30-20 on touchdowns to interceptions. It's not a crazy difference by any means. Completion percentage, Bailey about the same. Nothing truly was game-changing with our quarterback change, but it just opened up a little bit more on our offense. Did something for me mentally, just changing quarterbacks, playing a little bit less reckless with Daniel Jones with the MVP chase and all that on the line. Saquon does end up with more rushing yards, but look at Kenny's touchdowns. 11 rushing touchdowns. Now, 5 of that came in that one game against the Chargers, but still, pretty insane that Kenny was able to put up those kind of numbers in limited action. As you guys check out the receiving numbers, Deshaun Stribling went way over 1,000 yards. Michael Trigg also went over 1K. Stribling also with 13 touchdowns. Mike Will with 10 touchdowns. Shout out to him. Barkley went over 500 yards receiving as well. I told you guys at the start of the year that I had a feeling Trigg could go over 1K. Stribling, on the other hand, that was a complete shot in the dark that we took in the draft. Wasn't sure he would even be starting this year, getting any snaps. He ended up being our bona fide #1 receiver out there. He's not a #1 receiver every day. Sometimes it's Bateman, sometimes it's Trigg out there. Sometimes it's Slayton, but yeah, you know, a lot of times it's Deshaun Stribling. As you guys see our stats out here, Kayvon Thibodeau had a pretty insane season. Both Kayvon Thibodeau and Azeez Ojulari battling the injury bug. A lot of these guys on defense battled the injury bug. Over 8 sacks for both of those guys. Pretty solid in limited action. Interceptions is where we really racked it up this year, and it was led by not Derwin James, believe it or not. It's a guy we traded for, but it's not Derwin James. Cam Taylor-Britt ended up with 12 interceptions on the year. Jaquiski Tartt always ends up with around 7 or 8 picks. It feels like Hunter Waller doing his thing. Adoree Jackson with 5 picks. They didn't really get tested as much as normal out there. Forced fumbles. The fumbles were just completely one-sided. We didn't really force much on the year. We got 6 or 7 recoveries, and 2 of them came in that last game. Actually, 3 of them might have come in that last game against Kansas City. And you see the defensive touchdowns. Hunter Waller at some point in the last video was just crazy going for touchdowns. And then we finally check out our special teams. Only 1 missed kick on the year, and I think 2 missed PATs. Pretty solid season for Blake Gillikin, it must be said. As far as returns, Kenny Nwanu with that 1 kick return touchdown against the Broncos, and then 2 punt return touchdowns against the Vikings, and I want to say it was Tampa Bay. So Kenny doing his thing, and Kenny is going to be back to primarily being our return guy because Saquon Barkley is back and ready for playoff football. It is officially time for the defending Super Bowl champions to defend the Lombardi Trophy, and that starts on the road in Atlanta against Jonathan Taylor, Kyle Pitts, and the Falcons. They got Desmond Ridder as the starting quarterback. Tyquan Thornton led the league in receiving yards, nearly cracking 2,000 on the year. So we know we have to keep him in check. A lot of top talent on this team defensively. AJ Terrell is going to be the #1 corner. He's still in the ATL that we got to worry about. As you guys check out our outfits here in a moment. Now you guys can see all the stars on this team. Terrell is an X factor. Jonathan Taylor and Kyle Pitts are 99 overalls. They have Troy Anderson, who's a really fast linebacker we got to worry about. But obviously our Giants have a lot of talent as well. And besides Dexter Lawrence, we are healthy and ready to go for this game. It took a lot to get to this point. I'm not saying we're playing with house money at this point. I feel like we are one of the favorites, if not the favorite, to win the Super Bowl. It's just all about who can beat these Giants. Let's find out. We are underway. It's wildcard weekend here in Atlanta. Mercedes-Benz Stadium playing host to the Atlanta Falcons and the New York Giants, the 4 seed and the 5 seed. As we start off with Saquon Barkley back into the action for the first time since suffering an injury against the Minnesota Vikings way back in Week 13. Barkley with the carry. He's going to get a gain of about 2 yards. Now that it's playoff time, you know, this is the time of the year where we really like to lean on Saquon, but on 3rd down and 8, after that mismanaged play, we drop back the pass. Bailey feeling the pressure, got it off nicely to Rashad Bateman, but that's not going to result in a first down as the punt is nearly blocked by Atlanta. Shades of the Los Angeles Chargers game from Week 17. Oh, man. Derwin James put his all in that big hit. So we definitely got to be aware of that and come out of max protecting the punt. If we do punt again. Hopefully we don't have to punt, but if we do, we got to keep that in mind because Atlanta came pretty close on that one as Jonathan Taylor gets a gain of 3. Obviously, keeping Taylor in check has to be the #1 priority, and we'll see what Desmond Ridder does trying to pass the ball. 3rd down and 3, Ridder's going to drop back. Good protection, looking, now under pressure, got it off, and it's picked off. Do not put your hands in the cookie jar. Derwin James will not let you get away with it. The former Charger in his first year as a New York Giant. 11 picks in the regular season. He's got a theft in the playoffs already. That'll put our Giants in Falcons territory. 2nd down, Barkley with the carry. Maybe getting an inch, nothing more. 3rd down, the rookie, Harrison Bailey, dropping back. Nothing's there. 3-man rush. They're eventually going to put the heat on, and Bailey has to kill the play. That's going to be a good coverage. Well, not sack, we threw it away, but just about. As Shaq Mason, the starting right guard of the Giants, is down on the ground. We attempt a field goal. Blake Gillikin from 40 yards away, easily up and good. And we await the diagnosis of Shaq Mason. And I believe he should be all right to go. So hopefully we'll get Shaq Mason back for even the next drive as Jonathan Taylor driving away from the defense. Oh, JT making a move. JT slithering through past midfield. And that is the threat that Jonathan Taylor puts on just the pressure that he puts on our defense, because any play can be a big play. You keep pounding him the rock, he could take losses like this, but all he needs is one big play and bam, you're in field goal range. One more of those, bam, you're in the end zone. Even on 3rd down and 11, Taylor gets the handoff, but we're a bit more ready this time. Patrick Queen got the initial shot in there. Sean Murphy bunting, doing some cleanup, and now it's going to be Atlanta getting their field goal. Young Wei Koo knocking it down, so it's a kicking contest out here, but at some point, someone's have to score a touchdown to create some separation in this one. Kenny Nwanu trying to do it on special teams. Why not? Let Kenny take his shots, even in the playoffs. Here's Bailey rolling, looking. 2nd level throw, Slayton. Easily got both feet in bounds at just about midfield. Barkley with another carry before we end the first quarter. Saquon's been pretty busy in this one, but the production a little bit up and down so far. Bateman, no, that's not even close. Could not drag that back foot. So it's going to be a 3rd down and 10. Another 3rd down and long that we're facing. We've been struggling with so far as Bateman makes the catch. Nowhere close to a first down, but this kind of puts us in field goal range. Kinda. This is a 61-yard field goal. And Blake Gillikin, have no fear. He calmly knocks it through the net. That's a long bomb that Blake Gillikin made look like a chip shot. What a weapon Blake Gillikin is to have back there. Because, you know, 3rd down and 10, we take 5 yards, and it essentially put us in position to put 3 points on the board. Now, offense is still pretty sluggish as Tyquan Thornton. Oh, you can see how he led the league in receptions, but not on Derwin James's watch. 3rd down, Ridder. Oh, he tried to throw across body, and Queen was lurking. That's an incompletion, and Atlanta going to be forced to punt the ball back to us. A lot of special teams being played so far in this one. But yeah, we really just have to avoid the 3rd down and longs because, you know, we're struggling. Atlanta's going a lot of coverage. We just have to get ahead on the down and distance. The problem is Saquon, 6 for 19 yards. Make that 7 for about 21. And here we are again, back in the spot that has troubled us all game long. Early in the second quarter, Harrison Bailey lining up a deep shot. That's Mike Will. Got a hand on him momentarily, but two Falcons defenders able to break that one up. And special teams. There's nothing special when special teams consistently takes the field as Jonathan Taylor busting off another solid run. That puts Jonathan Taylor at 2 out of 3 on getting the Freight Train X Factor, and we have to make sure we really lock in on these JT runs now, because if he gets that X Factor, we are in trouble. 3rd down and 6, Taylor's on the field, he'll get the ball, it's another 3rd down run for Taylor, but the blitzing Sean Murphy Bunting shuts that one down. Here's Younghoe Koo trying to match Blake Gillikin's 61-yarder with a 59-yarder of his own, and he got it with a yard or two to spare. We're mirroring each other right now. Punt for punt, kick for kick, long bomb for long bomb. Hopefully we score a touchdown. Atlanta doesn't do the same. Hopefully we can score a touchdown right now, because offensively, this has been just completely what we did not expect, especially with Saquon Barkley coming back into the fold as Daniel Jones sneaking into the game, but not sneaking by the Falcons defense. He took a shot. Here's Barkley starting to heat up a little bit. We got to keep on feeding Saquon that rock, because just like Jonathan Taylor, we know Saquon is capable of busting off the big one at any given moment. That's the first time we mentioned Michael Trigg taking us to the 26-yard line as the Giants burn a timeout close to the 2-minute warning. Barkley's going to get the handoff. Barkley patient running up the middle, and we'll have to get one more snap off for the 2-minute warning. Daniel Jones back into the game, handing off to Steven Anderson. It's not enough for the first down. Jones is in once again, giving to Barkley, and Saquon able to fall forward for the first down before being wrapped up by Anderson. Jones in once more, handing off to Kenan Iwanu, and Kenan Iwanu, the super sub. He's the new super sub out here, replacing Matt Breida. He got a gain of 9. Kene back into the game on 2nd down and 1. Oh, we couldn't even get the first down. Nothing coming easy against this Falcons defense. Atlanta just called their timeout. 3rd down, it's Jones doing the ball handling. He got the first down. He did get the first down before being wrapped up as we go no huddle. 20 seconds and counting. We hang on to our 2 timeouts. We go to Barkley, and Saquon shrugs him off and just skates into the end zone. Barkley out-muscling the Falcons defense as a touchdown is scored in this one right before the end of the first half, and our Giants end the first half just about to perfection. We took all the clock, but 15 seconds with us and the lead. Here's Desmond Ridder, need a big play here. Kayvon Thibodeau back in the action and forcing the rollout to the right side. It's a loss of 2. Once again, rushing with Thibodeau, not getting close. Here's a deep shot by Ridder, broken up and intercepted. Hunter Waller can't quite get in the field goal range, so this is all or nothing. On the return, Waller met by Jonathan Taylor, 34 yards short of one heck of a return to end the half. But for our Giants, we can definitely hang on our hat on the defense that we played in this game, and at the very least, offensively, when there was nothing there, we didn't turn the ball over, right? We didn't want to give Atlanta any sort of momentum, good feelings, confidence by any means. As that was a great tackle by Tristan Hill right there. So, you know, by managing that, we got ourselves our 7-point lead. Now we'll see how we can play with the lead. We're doing a phenomenal job on Desmond Ridder. He's done nothing all game long. On 3rd down, this is a chuck to Pitts, and it's incomplete. Waller on the scene, able to break it up for the incompletion. You saw Ridder, he's having a miserable outing in his first career playoff game. Daniel Jones in once again. As we continue to sub in Daniel Jones, he's essentially playing the role that Ty Thompson played for us at the end of the regular season, but now we're going to the defending Super Bowl champion quarterback, Daniel Jones. But it's Bailey who's doing most of the throwing out the shotgun. Oh, and that's the issue with Harrison Bailey. That's intentional grounding. His inability to leave the pocket just cost us down and 14 yards. So we wind down the play clock on 2nd down. Gonna zip one in there to Trey. And that is the value that Harrison Bailey brings to this team. That is simply not a throw that Daniel Jones can make. That is a throw that Daniel Jones can miss right there. Asking a lot to fit into a tight window as Vanilla Vic We're using him for his running abilities, clearly. But on 3rd down and 4, we need a good pass. Bailey doesn't like the first read. Stepping up in the pocket and taking down. The indecisiveness on 3rd down, costing Bailey and the Giants once more as we settle for our 3rd Blake Gillikin field goal of the game. The good news is Blake Gillikin has brought his A game. He has not come close to missing one of those yet. So special teams on our side in this one. But we're leaving the door open. Like, we're doing a great job defensively, but all it takes is one big play. And Atlanta has a lot of big-time playmakers on this team with Pitts, with Thornton, with Jonathan Taylor, and Desmond Ridder. He's got more yards running than he does passing at this point in the game. It feels like not even a jet touch pass can help poor Desmond Ridder. 13 passing yards at this point of the game. Ridder! Oh, man, that was a scary throw. Jaquiski Tart smothering that attempted pass to Jonathan Taylor. 3rd down and long. Ridder in trouble. Oh, there's Azeez Ojulari heating up Ridder, forcing him to throw it away. 3rd down and long. That's when Ojulari and Thibodeau make their money, and they're proving that once again tonight. Here's Kenan Nwanu with a nice catch on the run, bouncing it to the right side, trying to cut it back in, but brought down by Clay Brooks at our own 20-yard line. We start this drive off. And just like the Falcons, our jet touch pass not going to help our not-so-great passing stats. So far in this game, Daniel Jones is sacked. Oh, my goodness, it's 3rd down and a mile. Bailey against the 3-man rush. Scanning, bombing with the step. That's the Stribble God. Oh, but just out of the reach. Bailey overthrows the 96 speed, 6'3", Deshaun Stribling, and that forces the punt and will give Atlanta great field position. A costly misfire by Bailey has put us in a very vulnerable position. Desmond Ridder, 2nd down, got it to Taylor, but a nice open field tackle by Bobby Wagner. 3rd down and 2, Desmond Ridder out the gun bunch, looking to pass. He's got the time. Does he have a man? No, not on Derwin James's watch. Derwin James, he has been beautiful with his ball skills, whether it's intercepting or just making sure those kind of passes are not caught. As now the Falcons are 3 for 3 on field goals. Young Wei Koo knocking that one down. Field Goal Fest 2025 continues, which, hey man, we keep the Falcons to field goals. That's cool. We stuck in our touchdown before the end of the first half. That might be all it takes in this game right now. We are turning football back about 50 years in this one. As we'll go with the fake everything. Harrison Bailey. Once again, with this 3-man rush with Atlanta, there's not really many chances to take. And the chances that are there, I'm just not trusting them. I would rather live to play another down, live to play another drive. Oh, my goodness. Then turn the ball over. And that conservative approach might be costing us at this point, but that was a tremendous conversion on 3rd down by Rashad Bateman as we miss a shot downfield to Deshaun Stribling. Not quite able to unlock our speedster yet in this game. 3rd down and 4. Late in the 3rd quarter. Bailey, quick snap, quick fire, and Stribling don't need that speed, just needs some reliable catching. He provides that for us as Barkley. He had to make one man miss and he was gone as Jones. I don't think he got the 1st down right there. He did not. That quarterback blast usually working out pretty well as Jones delivers the dime. Another 3rd down conversion outside to Deshaun Stribling, and those are the kind of quick decisions that we need to make because the longer you drop back against an 8-man front, you know, the more gloom things get. And we can find a quick hole in the zone. You know, that could be what really propels us downfield. And now here we are at the 13-yard line. Right at the 14-yard line. Kene back into the game. Oh, nice job getting loaded by Kene getting 1 or 2 yards. But ultimately going to bring up a 3rd down and 8. We are under 6 minutes to go in regulation. That's a timeout burned by our New York Giants. We're going to come out in the same offensive look. We'll fake it to Barkley. And Jones, he shovels it to Kene. Kene Nwanu into the end zone. That's where that man lives. Kene Nwanu. Even in the playoffs. Oh, what a play call by the New York Giants. The triple option to give us a 14-point lead. And Daniel Jones doing the ball handling to perfection. You know everybody was watching Saquon. And we went to the 3rd and final option. Down goes Ridder. Oh, Desmond Ridder's having a playoff debut to forget. This is Curtis Samuel. Not going to happen. Broken up. 3rd down and 24. This is pretty much 4-down territory, you gotta think. Here's the pressure. Ojulari got him off the edge. Oh my goodness, Atlanta's going no huddle. They're at their own 3-yard line. Will Ritter even get a pass off here? Because Ajulori and Thibodeau are on their way. Ritter to save the season, floating the Pitts, double coverage and broken up by Derwin James and Keon Sabb. And we take over with a goal to go at the 3. Barkley got it! And he's in for the second time today. Saquon Barkley with a second effort plunges into the end zone. And now our Giants up by 21. This game has been an absolute slugfest, but we've gotten the kind of separation that should be good enough. But we got to take every precaution possible. Make sure nothing crazy happens as Ritter trying to do the impossible. And he got it. He got it off somehow to Drake London. Oh my goodness. Ritter was blasted as he let that ball loose. We actually call a timeout right there to reset our defense. Not really liking the setup that we had to give up a 50-yarder. Next play! That's in! 2 feet for the touchdown! Tyquan Thornton, who has been silenced all game long. Atlanta with the PAT making it a 14-point game. They're going to go for the onside in a desperate move that pays off! Oh my goodness! For the second time in 3 games, our New York Giants give up an onside kick, and this one is not over by any means. Atlanta, 4 minutes to work with, down by 2 possessions, and an injury to Kayvon Thibodeau. It's all snowballing against the New York Giants. When we felt comfortable, Atlanta has found another gear. They get the first down conversion with Jonathan Taylor, obviously needing 2 touchdowns. No more Younghoe Koo heroics as Ritter with the drop back under pressure. He'll get it away, and thankfully for Atlanta, they're not going to get dinged for intentional grounding. Oh my goodness, Thibodeau is out for the rest of the game. We still got some nice pressure from Diabate, who's going to sub into Kayvon Thibodeau's spot. That pass going nowhere. 3rd down. Here's 2:36 left in regulation. Taylor with the catch and run. Good enough for the first down, but the pass stays in bounds critically. Atlanta with all their timeouts and the 2-minute warning to rely on. The first down drop back. Desmond Ritter just got it off. End zone. Thornton again. Tyquan Thornton with his second touchdown in the last 2 minutes, and it's suddenly a 1-possession game. 1 big play to Drake London, a little onside kick sprinkled in, and now our New York Giants are under the gun. We're gonna have to put together a first down or 2, or a red-hot Atlanta offense will take the field one more time with this offensive crowd at Mercedes-Benz Stadium suddenly awoken. It's like they sparked some caffeine into them. Barkley gonna need some jitters himself, getting a gain of 3, and that will take us at a 2-minute warning. Bailey out the pistol, shovel trick, got the blocking, got the first down, and the second-year tight end smartly staying in bounds. Atlanta holding on to their timeouts, out the spread. We go to Barkley on first down. Good job trying to find a little crevice inside, getting a gain of 2, and now Atlanta has to burn their timeouts. Atlanta needs this stop to save the season. Barkley on second down. We keep it on the ground, get a gain of another 2 yards, take away another Atlanta timeout. Here we go, a first down here, and the Giants move on. We'll dial up Saquon. He's going backward. He is going backward, and that's a timeout by Atlanta. 1:09 remaining. We're going to make sure this punt doesn't get blocked here, and make sure this punt also goes out of bounds so there's no return. So it's a direct signal. You got to go 70 yards. No pressure. Desmond Ritter on first down. He's got the time. He's got Pitts downfield. Pitts with a step. Oh, but he can't make the catch. He cannot make the catch. Derwin James with the last second knockout. Second down. Ritter in the corner. Marshall both feet in. And this Atlanta offense cannot miss. Past midfield to go. Ritter under pressure. Hit on the throw, and it's picked off. Derwin James will call game. Derwin James running away and will smartly step out of bounds 3 yards short of the end zone, but that'll put us in position to kneel this game out. Derwin James with the clutch play to save the season and to send the New York Giants to the divisional round of the playoffs. The Atlanta Falcons nearly pulled off the greatest comeback you could ever foresee, you could ever think of, but almost is the key word. They were not able to fully complete it. We got the hit. Azeez Ojulari got the hit on the quarterback. Derwin James, right place, right time, with a nose for the football, as he has had all season long. And we're able to hang on. This kind of story of this season, man. Like, whatever Madden's going to throw at us, they are going to throw at us, including another onside kick. But we're able to move on. Like, that's also part of the story of this season, right? It just feels like we have every reason to not be in the divisional round. But here we are. We're like a cat with 9 lives out here. We're just going to keep on pushing the human limits of how much you can get away with and still win a game, because that was not exactly the brand of a Super Bowl winning team on display from our New York Giants. But we did enough to win the game, and we kind of just paced our play based on Atlanta, which is a dangerous thing to do, to play to the level of your competition. But it's also not a bad idea in a playoff game. It leaves the door open for a random last-second comeback like that. So now we get ready to take on the Green Bay Packers, a team that we played in the regular season way back in week 4, week 5. We had a pretty handed victory over them, but obviously playoffs, whole different story. This Green Bay roster, highly talented. They have one, or probably the best 1-2 cornerback duo with Jair Alexander and Patrick Surtain back there. They got Hendon Hooker at the quarterback position. Running back, they got a number of good running backs, including Cameron Peoples. As far as receivers, Christian Watson's the #1 guy. They also got Keelan Stokes out there, and they got Devontae Wyatt on their defensive line with inside stuff. So we'll see if that prevents any challenges for us, as we will definitely try to get the ground game established with Saquon Barkley. We're actually hosting a home game as the 5 seed in the second round. We are underway at MetLife Stadium. It's the 5 seed New York Giants and the 6 seed Green Bay Packers. Don't ask me how we're hosting a home game after being a wildcard team, but hey, man, all the favorites lost. Here's Watson downfield right away. Hooker getting a bit too greedy and nearly intercepted by Derwin James. 3rd down. This is a nice move by Raheem Sanders for the 1st down, breaking the man off and getting to the 47-yard line. Sanders checking back in. Got away from Tar. Big run. Sanders in the open field. Cam Taylor-Britt appearing out of nowhere and trying to save the touchdown. He makes the tackle 9 yards short of the end zone. Next play, Hendon Hooker completes a stellar opening drive by finding Robert Tonyan in the back right of the end zone. That's a quick 6 on the board for the Green Bay Packers. It took them 2 minutes and 3 seconds to march downfield, which is definitely a different outlook than we had last week against the Atlanta Falcons, where no one could score a touchdown. How about a touchdown right away? If we're going to be playing to the level of our competition, we're going to have to match this guy touchdowns for touchdowns. If that opening drive was any sort of statement. Are our Giants capable of that after last week? I don't know. 3rd down and 4, which is focused on getting a 1st down. Here's Harrison Bailey with the drop back, looking, eyes downfield. Saquon with a step, matched up against a linebacker. Barkley in stride with the grab, and finally brought down by Foyeseo Lokon, but not before Barkley gets to the 17. Here's Bailey with a Superman dive to the 10-yard line. Oh, the rookie. He's had an up and down playoff debut, but he's sticking in there, making the plays. Here's 3rd down and 3. Bailey looking, has the time, and just has Michael Trigg for the 1st down. The sticky hands of Michael Trigg coming into play as Barkley taking the defense for a ride to the 1-yard line. Next play, Saquon is in. Barkley bulldozing his way into the end zone, and we may just have a shootout on our hands with a chance to get to the NFC Championship game. Okay, let's get ready for a whole different kind of ball game than we had with the Atlanta Falcons. Or maybe we can play some defense. That would be nice. Like, I would rather not get into a shootout here. I'd like one team to score the points. The team in blue is my preference. But right now, defensively, we are struggling to stop just about anything. The run, the pass, whatever it may be. That time, Cameron Peoples, he got 5 or 6 yards without being touched. We just simply cannot let that happen. Outside, Jatavion Sanders, he is taking our lunch money from us right now. Easy 1st down after easy 1st down as Peoples falling forward. Green Bay's got a number of big running backs, so they clearly like that bruising style of being able to run forward. But you can't run forward against Dexter Lawrence, who is back from injury, bringing up a 3rd down and 11. Allen with the catch, the veteran Keenan Allen to the 27-yard line. That's the way the 1st quarter ends, and we start the 2nd frame with Aldrick Rosas on the field. Green Bay on 3rd down and 1. They took the check down, ultimately to still kick the field goal. Rosas up and good. the first sign of defense to be played in this game. Let's see if Green Bay has their own brand of defense to be played. Saquon Barkley able to put a shoulder in, fall forward. That's always good to see. A little RPO outside to Slayton. Got by Jair. Surtain is down. And finally forced out of bounds is Slayton by Adrian Amos as Barkley with another little slippery run, a gain of 4. We'll take those gain of 4s all day long. Take this wide open pass to Darius Slayton. Another good drive being put together by Bailey and the New York Giants. Bailey a nice 4 for 4 so far. Trying to make it 5 for 5. He's just gonna throw one up the trick. But that's out of bounds. Forced out of bounds by Alucon. What a great grab by Trick, but it's an incompletion at the end of the day. Emptying the backfield here is Bailey. Drop back, second down, wide open. Slayton in stride, slaying the defense. Darius Slayton for the touchdown, and the Giants have the lead for the first time tonight. And hopefully a lead we can just hang on to. But, hey, man, this is going to be a long game because even though we got that stop, it just feels like this game is a little bit of a chess match right now as far as who can make the adjustments. It's almost like this game hasn't really even started yet. As long as it's within striking distance, it's really going to be about who makes the adjustments as the game goes on. Drive for drive. Here's Watson trying to take a punishing blow, and he does. Deep downfield, Christian Watson, he's able to beat Cam Taylor-Britt all the way to the 5-yard line as Peoples goes backward on first down. Kayvon Thibodeau with an injury. Get back out there. This is the playoffs, Kayvon. He's out there on second down. Patrick Queen is in that backfield. He's making the tackle. Third down, Hooker shotgun spread at the 5. Dialing up Peoples, running right through Lawrence and into the end zone. And you can see why he ran through Dexter Lawrence. Dexter Lawrence injured on the play, and that could have potentially affected us getting the stop right there. If Lawrence is fully fit, he might be able to slow down the running back enough, but he must have gotten hurt immediately right there. And Dexter Lawrence, it looks like he dislocated his thumb, so clearly wasn't able to fully make a tackle on that play, but same thing with Kayvon Thibodeau. Get out there, man. It's the playoffs. Our season's on the line. There is no resting as we get a nice play to Darius Slayton. Harrison Bailey making all the throws so far. Barkley just trying to pound for every yard possible. Daniel Jones, he's seen that brick wall that Barkley's facing. He didn't even get a yard out of that. Bailey's back into the game on third down. Looking, Barkley got it. Great catch by Saquon. A yard short of the first down. And we'll go no auto at the 40-yard line. Giants down by 3. Just over 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Play clock is winding down. And we burn a timeout. Are we still going to go for this fourth down? Oh, we are, but Daniel Jones has subbed into the game, and Jones is keeping, and upfield goes Vanilla Vic for the first down. A little speed option, and Jones kept it himself as we hit the 2-minute warning. Kenang losing 2 yards, Barkley getting that back, and a couple of extra yards after that. Third down, Bailey's in the game with the drop back, 4-man rush, not threatening, going to the end zone, Slayton again. Can't make that catch. A tough one to ask for. I believe that was Darnell Savage able to break that pass up, and the Giants will be forced to settle for a field goal with 1:10 left in the first half. Unlike last week against Atlanta at the end of the first half, we didn't get to work the clock all the way down the way we wanted to, especially with that deep shot to the end zone. We've left the door open for Green Bay to try to take the lead or give us the lead if they make throws like that. Second down, low snap, and that is wrapped up by Dexter Lawrence, who got that thumb wrapped up. He's ready to roll. Big tackle. Third down, no huddle. Hendon Hooker in trouble. Got it off, and good. That's Keenan Allen for the first down to the 42-yard line. Green Bay with all their timeouts. They'll keep all of those timeouts. They'll go no huddle instead. Hendon Hooker leading them back to the line. Looking under pressure. Thibodeau and Aziz teeing off, forcing the incompletion. You got to make quick decisions or else you're down and out. Kayvon Thibodeau back from injury as well. Tibbs got dibs on the quarterback. That's a timeout burned by the Giants. High snap handled, and that's not going to go too far, and we're going to burn our final timeout. Why not try to get the ball back here? I mean, if we get it way back, so be it, but maybe we give Kenan Nwanu a chance to return us into good field position. Nwanu trying to step on the accelerator and fly through the gap. Couldn't quite do it. So we take over our own 28-yard line. Bailey just gonna launch one. Mike Will! Not going to make that happen. Not with Patrick Surtain with his abilities out there. One more play for the end of the half. Just going to launch it opposite side. This is Marquez Valdez-Scantling. He won't get it either. Just take a couple of shots downfield. Not much risk in that unless you throw a pick six, but, you know, I just want to take that small risk and see if we can get a reward out of it. We could not. We end the first half all tied up and go straight to my point that we talked about at the beginning of the second quarter. This game has barely started yet. Now, we're starting to play a little bit of football. The first half has happened. We felt each other out a little bit of body jabs. Now, it's time to start taking some blows. Time to start making some big plays. And when I say blows, I mean potential defensive pass interference that's not going to get called. Because, man, Saquon Barkley got mugged on that play, but hey, man, that's the way to ref in this game. We'll keep that in mind as Dexter Lawrence is living in the Green Bay backfield tonight. That's a drop for a loss of a yard, maybe two. Second down. This run's going nowhere as well. Cameron Peoples with a pedestrian stat line. 3rd down and 9. Hooker quick fire. Got it to Watson. Nowhere close to the first down. And on 4th down, Green Bay, they're just going to punt the ball right here. So it's a conservative approach by Green Bay in this game, similar to what we're doing. Kenny fielding this from his own 1-yard line. And Kenan Owanu trying to make that decision pay off. He gets to the 21. So it ends up benefiting us that we returned that ball. But that was very ambitious by Kenan Owanu. And kind of speaks to that carefree style that we're playing with right now. I mentioned it before at the Atlanta game. We're not playing with house money, but at the same time, you know, we're just here to have fun, man. 3rd down and 5. See how far we can push this Giants team. We've gotten past 1 round so far. Oh, this is popped in the air. Slayton couldn't find the ball. No one can find the ball. It's incomplete. And the former Green Bay Packer, David Bakhtiari, injured on the play. And we'll be trading punts now. Green Bay is going to get a possession. We're still tied at 17 apiece. Hooker, deep shot again. He wants Watson against Taylor Britt. Oh, it got dropped. It got dropped. Cam Taylor-Britt just knocked it out as that's going to be broken up and down. Azeez Ojulari with the sack. 3rd down. Here's the pressure once again, and that's going to force Hooker to just dump it down low. Certainly not the play he wanted to make, but the only play he could besides taking the sack, because Ojulari and Thibodeau are dominating. The Packers maybe could use David Bakhtiari, and thankfully we are going to be able to use David Bakhtiari. He's back into the game to start this drive. We go down low. Saquon Barkley. Offense is really good in the first half. Defensively, it might just be about not making mistakes. The way these two defenses have suddenly shown up. The adjustments that have been made on the defensive side of the ball. First down, Kenny Clark got the hit on. Oh, Slayton was home free, but Kenny Clark might have just saved the touchdown. 2nd down, wide open. Michael Trigg on the catch, just short of midfield. Bailey, a solid game so far, 10 for 16, but the ground game has really grinded to a halt here and is going backward now. Barkley can do absolutely nothing. 3rd down and 12. Bailey lets it loose. Got it. Trigg. What a conversion. Michael Trigg stepping out of bounds at the 21-yard line. One more play for the end of the 3rd. It's Barkley on the screen pass, and not even trying to get Barkley in open space like that is benefiting us. 2nd down outside. Mike Will. Got it. Mike Will makes it happen. The Giants have the lead at the start of the 4th quarter. MetLife Stadium starting to feel this could be another Super Bowl run for the G-Men. But here we go. We got to continue playing the defense that we have been playing so far in this game. The opening drive was great, but after that, it's really been one Christian Watson catch downfield. And our defense is playing like they really were for most of that Atlanta game. We just can't fall apart in the last 5 minutes like last week. 2nd down. People trying to find a lane, but good job by Jaquiski Tartt, able to locate the ball carrier, bring him down 3 yards short of the first down. Hooker. Oh, he tried to step up and run. Thought better of it. Got the pass off to Romeo Doubs for the first down. Here's Watson with the catch on the RPO, and Derwin James able to bring him down, but still a nice gain of 5 for Green Bay. Pressure on. Hooker got it off to Sanders, who has been silent since that one big drive. He makes the catch, but once again, a 3rd down and short. Hooker with the drop back, looking, bombing, downfield. This is for Watson, and he got it! Christian Watson, what a remarkable grab! Oh my! Christian Watson might have not made that catch. It looked good from my vantage point, and it was indeed good. I guess the booth had to review it because it was such a ridiculous catch. There's no way he made that catch, right? Well, he did. He did, unfortunately, over a poor Adoree Jackson. Not much we can do about that one, man. Just a great play by Christian Watson. Like I've been mentioning, we cannot hang our hat on a fluky play like that happening. Just keep on playing the defense, and hopefully the results fall their way. But now, in a tie ball game, this offense that has been a bit wishy-washy is under the gun. This is double coverage and picked off. Patrick Surtain with the first interception by either team in this game. That's going to put the Green Bay Packers in plus territory in a tie game near the midway point of the fourth quarter, as that's going to be a run by Sanders, a gain of 2. This is Peoples in the game, and the running game for Green Bay after the opening drive. There's been nothing to talk about. Third down, Hendon Hooker, a lot of pressure on him. He goes down low to Watson, who's got the first down. Big conversion, but there is a flag. Oh, it's roughing the passer. It's a first down and 15 yards on top of it. So that puts the Packers now in the red zone. Peoples, oh, what a move! Jumping over the pile for a gain of 8. Cameron Peoples wants to go to the NFC Championship game. He falls forward, but a bad spot. Not a first down. It's 3rd and inches. Hooker throwing outside. What a tackle! Derwin James, the all-pro safety, showing his worth. That was a man left on the island, and Derwin James was ready to dance. Green Bay with the lead. Aldrick Rosas got the chip shot, but Green Bay surely wanted more, because now the Giants, the defending champs, with under 3 minutes to go, need a touchdown to take the lead outright. Bailey bombing, looking for Trigg! And that's going to go incomplete. Out of bounds. Didn't matter if Trigg caught it or not, as Kenan Nwanu subbing in, getting a simple gain of 3. Pretty much 4-down territory right before the 2-minute warning. Bailey, middle, got it. What a grab. Saquon Barkley, as we officially hit the 2-minute warning. A field goal ties the game. A touchdown wins it. Bailey protected down low. Stribbling with the catch. Stribbling, nice run. Did he step out of bounds? He did. That stops the clock with 1:54 remaining. Counter run. Barkley first down. Saquon sandwich as he's been all game long. It's up to Daniel Jones. It's up to Daniel Jones and Harrison Bailey to do it, because Saquon Barkley is being held in check. Clock winding down, and Green Bay, that is Green Bay that burns the timeout. We are in field goal range. We have to consider kicking a field goal if we don't get this 3rd down. Saquon Barkley got away. Oh, we can never go away from Saquon. Any down is still a Saquon down for the New York Giants. Time is ticking. Under 50 seconds to go now. 34 yards away from the end zone. Bailey checking the play. This is taking a lot of time to get this one off, and it's going to be another run for Barkley, who gets a gain of about 2 yards, maybe 3, and that's a timeout burned by the New York Giants. That play took a lot to get going. 2nd down. This is Trigg up the seams. Oh, it's simple trigonometry here at MetLife. Michael Trigg is the savior for the New York Giants. The Big Blue Squad in the lead with 34 seconds remaining. PAT up and good. That means Green Bay needs to go the length of the field, and they don't have much time to do it. Oh, what a greatly executed drive by Harrison Bailey and the New York Giants, and Hendon Hooker do the same. He doesn't have a lot to work with on first down, and that is going to be a throwaway. 2nd down. Green Bay has 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Empty set. Hendon Hooker. Pressure up the middle. Got it off. This is a floater. Oh! Christian Watson has it. How did he make that catch? How did he get it over all of those Giants defenders? I don't know. But Watson taking Green Bay to the 29-yard line. Here they are. Hit on the throw once again. And it's caught by Watson. Oh my goodness. Christian Watson is doing the Giants dirty to the 4-yard line. Go to Packers, but they're out of timeouts. Need to get into the end zone. On first down, blitzing, and in go the Packers. Romeo Doubs for the lead. Hendon Hooker delivering a dime when it mattered the most. Green Bay now needing a PAT to make it a 3-point game. Aldrick Rosas up and good. The lead changing hands multiple times in the last 45 seconds of this one. Can we have one more lead change? I don't know. We got it in us. But we do have 2 timeouts. We can take a couple of shots downfield and work the middle of the field as well as we launch one downfield. Marquez Valdez scaling. Oh, baby, the Giants are in business. That puts us in field goal range. But can we win win the game? Can we walk it off in improbable fashion? Here's Harrison Bailey with the drop back. Oh, careful, buddy. He takes the sack, and we burn our final timeouts. Green Bay has no timeouts left, so they cannot ice us. This is a 47-yard field goal to send us to overtime. What is going on here? Bailey's on the field. Bailey's on the field. What is he doing? He throws it away, and that is intentional grounding. That's going to drop us back, and now we have to attempt a 57-yard field goal. So I accidentally spammed through the play call menu, and I picked the play. I thought it was just going to be field goal. Now we have to kick a 57-yarder. Blake Gillikin to tie the game to go to overtime. Good! There is more football to be played here at MetLife Stadium. What was that ending? Well, catch your breath and get ready. Get rejuvenated. We got more football to be played. The Giants win the coin toss, and we are going to be forced to receive it, because I realized when we won the coin toss, I was like, wait a second, these are the new overtime rules. We probably want to be deferring this. By the time that went through my mind, 3 seconds passed, and Madden made us receive. So here we are with the ball first. A touchdown doesn't win the game, but it can certainly help. Harrison Bailey on the run, and he's intercepted. That is intercepted. Jair Alexander, he made the catch in bounds and runs to the 27-yard line. Green Bay back at the 45 because they ruled the return was not good. They said Jair ran out. He stepped out of bounds after the catch. So Green Bay, 2nd down and 10. They got to work a little bit of the field to get into good field goal range, and that'll help. That's a nice catch by Dobbs. 3rd down and 4. A field goal does win the game for the Green Bay Packers as Peoples thrown to the ground. This will set up the stage for Aldrick Rosas to send the Green Bay Packers to the NFC Championship game. No pressure, though. A little bit of ice. A little bit of ice can make things nice from 54 yards away. Aldrick Rosas have it in him, drifting to the left, and good, and good! The Green Bay Packers win it in overtime. They're moving on. Down go the defending champion, New York Giants. Oh, in a heartbreaking fashion, the Giants season is a wrap in the divisional round of the playoffs. Well, that was quite the game. That was quite the game, man. It was a fun game. I'm not going to lie. It was a fun game. Now, there was a little bit of tomfoolery that went down that we have to discuss. That Christian Watson catch, man. What the hell? What was either of those catches? The first one, I mean, I really don't know what happened there. The second one, we hit the quarterback, and it just goes right to Christian Watson for the catch. That was back-to-back unfortunate plays when we had one hand on the win right there, but well, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. And we still had our chance, man. We somehow got into field goal range, brought the game to overtime. And like I said, man, in overtime, I would have deferred the ball if I thought it through, like, preemptively. But I thought it through as we were making the decision. And then it was like, all right, I guess we're going to get the ball first in overtime. And then the pick, it was a poor pass, but it was probably my fault. I should have not made that throw with Bailey on the run. I thought I had my feet set, but clearly I did not, and it was a under pressure, bad accuracy on the run. Whatever could be bad about that pass was bad. It was a tight window. Should have not been making that pass with Bailey, but yeah, just a mistake we'll have to live it into the offseason, I suppose. But hey, man, it was still a great game. Shout out to Green Bay. Congrats to them. I feel like that we won the game. I feel like we would have won the game if somebody picked that pass off to Christian Watson, one of the 4 or 5 New York Giants. But honestly, if anything, that makes me appreciate the fact that we won the Super Bowl last year more, because clearly there's a lot of BS that can happen when you play Madden. We saw it in both of these playoff games. The onside, whatever happened in that Green Bay game, but sometimes it's not your year. This year, I guess, was not our year, but what was fun was the journey to get here, and always have fun with this franchise stuff. Always have fun with the story we develop as the season goes on, and this season was quite the fun one, man. We were changing quarterbacks, all this stuff. Had some controversy throughout. Had some close games, but it's not meant to be, I suppose. So leave a like in the video if you guys enjoyed this one, man. I'll catch you guys next time, next video. We will be back for one more season of this Giants franchise. And when I tell you guys I got a big surprise in store, for anybody that's still watching, I got a nice surprise for you guys for season 5. All right? I'm just saying, man, you're going to want to watch the first video, we made a certain move, certain trade, certain draft pick that I think will make Season 5 pretty fun for us. The last season before we move on to Madden 24 with the New York Giants. So thank you guys, as always, for supporting and watching the series, and I'll catch you guys next time.